Chapter 3.4, Day 2, Using Quadratic Formula. Use the quadratic formula to write the quadratic equation that has the given solution. Now, in this case, the solution is given to you, and all you need to find is A, B, and C, and plug it into the standard form. That way, you will find the equation. We compare this equation or solution with the formula b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, which means that 2a equals 14. So we're going to see or equate them. 2a equals negative 14. Divide 2 on both sides, you get a as 7. Now you got a already, so you're going to plug it in here. Now we're going to find the other two variables, that is b and c. Now if you compare the negative b with negative 4, you're going to get divide with negative 1 on both sides, you're going to get b as 4. So we already find a and b. Now we are going to work on to find c. To find c, we are going to work on and place negative 124 equals b squared minus 4ac. So negative 124 equals b squared minus 4ac. Now for this one, we already have a b, that is 4, and we already have a, that is negative 7. So we're going to plug it in here, b and a. So that's going to be negative 124, 4 squared minus 4 times negative 7 times c. Now we are going to solve this equation for c. So to solve for c, we're going to isolate the c. So subtract 16 on both sides. You get here is negative 140 equals 28c. Divide with 28 on both sides. You will get the c value. So c came out as negative 5. Now you have a, b, and c. You're going to plug it into this standard form. So you're going to get negative 7x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0. So this is your quadratic equation whose solution is given in this form. So we did kind of the opposite what we used to do. We were given with the equations most of the time, and we used to identify a and b and c to plug it into the equation or formula to get the solution. Now what we are given with is the solution or quadratic formula, and we need to do the opposite and find a, b, and c to plug it in for the standard form to get the equation. So the standard form of quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx equals c, and then the quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. New vocabulary words for 3.4. You can analyze the discriminant of a quadratic equation to determine the number and the type of solutions of the equations. So for example, value of discriminant, if b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0, then you're going to have two real solutions. If b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, then we are going to have one real solution. And if you have b squared minus 4ac less than 0, then you're going to have two imaginary solutions. From looking at the graph, if you have two real solution and a two different ones, then you're going to get a graph something like this, where it's going to cut the x-axis at 2 points. One is this, it means this is one of the solution, and the other one is this solution. One real solution means it's going to cut the x-axis at only 1 point, so it's going to touch the x-axis and bounce back. Whenever this happens, it means you're going to get one real solution or only one solution that is going to be a repeating root for the equation. If you have b square minus 4ac less than 0, it means you're not going to have any real solution. It means the graph is not going to cut at x-axis at any point. So in this case, you're going to have two x-intercept, means two x value or two roots. In this case, you're going to have one x-intercept or one x value or root. In this case, it's not cutting at x-axis at any point, so it means you're not going to have any x-intercept or x value or root as your solution. Next is you're going to try and find the discriminant of the quadratic equation and describe the number and type of solutions of the equation. So first of all, you need to know A, B, and C. So that's easy to identify. And then you're going to find the discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac. And in this case, it's going to be negative 6 squared 4 times 1 times 10. So you're going to get here is 36 minus 40. That is negative 4. So the b square minus 4ac is less than 0. It means that you're going to have two imaginary solution. Now you find the number of solution which are 2 and type of solution which are imaginary. So for this type of equation, you're going to have two imaginary solutions. But if you want to find the actual solution or the x values, then you have to go by the same formula, that is negative b plus or minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now b square minus 4ac is already you solved is negative 4, so you're going to write here negative 4. Then you're going to solve for x by solving further 6 plus or minus 2i divided by 2. So the x values are going to be 3 plus or minus 1i, and those are the two actual solutions. So the discriminant is used to find how many and what type of solution, and the quadratic formula is used to find out the actual solutions. So the actual solutions are 3 plus or minus 1i. The next one is where you have a as 1, b negative 6, and c equals 9. Discriminant is b square minus 4ac, which is going to be negative 6 square minus 4 times 1 times 9. So you got here is 36 minus 36, which is equal to 0. So in this case, you're going to have one real solution. So you found the number of solution, which is 1, and type of solution is real. Now if you want to find the actual solutions, you're going to use the formula x equals negative b, so negative b plus or minus b square minus 4ac. So b square minus 4ac you already found is 0, so you're going to write 0 inside the square root. So x equals 6 divided by 2 equals 3 would be your answer. I'm just going to remind you, for these type of equations, this statement or this question is not asking you to find the actual solutions. I'm just showing you how to find the actual solutions. If in any case, after finding the discriminant, you have to find the actual solutions. Okay? Next question is where you have a as 1, b negative 6, and c equals 8. You're going to find the discriminant b square minus 4ac. which is equal to negative 6 square minus 4 times 8 times 8. You get here is 36 minus 32, and that's going to be 4. So you're going to have two real solutions because 4 is greater than 0. So two real solutions, and if you have to find those solutions, you're going to apply the formula, the quadratic formula. X equals negative 6 plus or minus b square minus 4ac, so which is square root of 4 divided by 2. So it's going to be 6 plus or minus 2 divided by 2. Now you're going to have two solutions. One 6 plus 2 divided by 2, and the other one is 6 minus 2 divided by 2. So here you're going to get 8 divided by 2, so answer is 4. 6 minus 2 is 4 divided by 2, so answer is 2. So the two answers are going to be 4 and x equals 2. So x equals 4 and x equals 2. So next is number 7. A is 4, B is 8, and C is 4. B square minus 4AC is 8 square minus 4 times 8 times C. So it's going to be 64 minus 64, that is 0. So you're going to have one real solution. And when you find the actual solution, you're going to use the formula negative b plus or minus b square minus 4ac. So b square minus 4ac is already 0, so you put here 0. All you're left with is negative 8 divided by 8, and that is negative 1. So x equals negative 1. For number 9, you're going to bring the 8x and 13 on to the other side. So subtract 8 on both sides, add 13. You're going to get a as 5, b as negative 8, and c as 13. B square minus 4ac, you're going to get negative 8 square minus 4 times 5 times 13. So 64 minus 260 is going to be negative 96, which is less than 0. So you're going to get two imaginary solutions. If you want to find the solutions or actual x values, you're going to apply the negative b plus or minus b square minus 4ac. So b square minus 4ac is going to be negative 196 over 2 times 5 or 2 times a. You get 8 plus or minus square root of 196 is 14, and square root of negative means I outside, divided by 10. Now in order to solve this completely, we are going to divide the 8 by 10. So 8 divided by 10 is going to be 4, and 14 divided by 10 is going to be 7. So we're going to reduce it 4 plus or minus 7i divided by 2. For number 10, you're going to bring 6 on to the other side by subtracting 6 on both sides. A is 7, B is negative 3, and C is negative 6. To find the b square minus 4ac, you're going to plug it in the a, b, and c into this formula. So negative 3 square minus 4 times a times c is going to be 9 plus 168 equal to 177. 177 is greater than 0, so it means you're going to have two real solutions. 3 plus or minus, so the quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus b square minus 4ac. So b square minus 4ac is 177 divided by 2a. 2a means 7 times 2, that is 14. And now you're going to have two solutions. You have 3 plus square root 77 divided by 14, and you have 3 minus square root 77 by 14. So these are the two real solutions of this problem. Example number 5, writing an equation. Find a possible pair of integers value for a and c, so that equation ax squared minus 4x plus c equal to 0 has one real solution. Then write the equation. First step is to do is write the discriminant, so that is b square minus 4ac. What is given in this equation is b equals negative 4. You plug b equals negative 4 for b value. You got negative 4 square minus 4ac equal to 0. Negative 4 square is 16. Now by plugging this value, you're going to find AC. So subtract 16 on both sides and then divide by negative 4. You get AC equals 4. Now what could be the A and C so that the result is 4? So we can have A as 1, C as 4. So 1 times 4 is 4. We can have another option, 4 times 1, that is also equal to 4. And another situation where A times C would be 4 is 2 times 2. So you're going to use all the options to find the equations. So for the first option, you have x squared, b is negative 4x, and c is 4 equal to 0. So a is 1, b we already know negative 4, and c is 4. Another equation is going to be 4x squared minus 4x plus 1 equal to 0, where a is 4, c is 1, and b is going to be negative 4 anyway. The last option is going to be 2x squared minus 4x plus 2 equal to 0, where you have a as 2, B, C as 2, and B is already given as negative 4. Next is find a possible pair of integer values for A and C so that the equation ax squared plus 6x plus c equal to 0 has two real solutions. Then write the equation. Now we're going to write down b squared minus 4ac greater than 0. Because it has two real solutions, it means b squared minus 4ac should be greater than 0, where b is already given as 6. So plug it in into the b squared minus 4ac. 6 square is 36. Subtract 36 on both sides, and after that you're going to divide with negative 4 on both sides. Whenever you divide with negative number, this inequality is going to reverse. So this greater than sign become less than. Now you're going to pick any pair for A and C, A times C, that is less than 9. So the options are going to be so many, but we are going to say maybe 2 and 2, which is 4, that is less than 9. 4 times 2, that's 8, less than 9. And the other option can be 2 times 4, that is still less than 9. You can choose any A and C value and write it in a standard form for your equation. Again, there are so many options, but we can pick any option where A times C is less than 9. So I picked 4 and 2 and put it in a standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0.